40-30. We are climbing on our way to the playoffs. A tough little stretch here on the road. We put it out last night. Your Knicks. How happy are you about your Knicks? Scale of 1 to 10.
I'm 7-0.
Take note.
Big Beach. We're here.
My man, Alex.
It's different this time.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? So we finally got that win on the road that we absolutely needed because I started to get some depressed kind of feelings, and that's why I told you 7.5, 8, because yes, I am happy, but I'm watching so many things and so many moving factors that can just move us here or there. And I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. That's really what's going on.
I said it. Mom's got Knick PTSD, which I understand. We all collectively do it. The Knicks start faltering. You're like, damn, is it going to happen again?
Yeah.
But that's not the case with this team. We saw it last night.
I know. You keep trying to tell me that we actually have a good Knicks team. We don't have this Knicks team of the past. We don't have this Knicks team that are going to blow a big game and just not play and not be in the game.
We might blow a big
anymore.
game every now and then.
Anyway, that win last night, I think we really needed 112 to 108, and because those 4 losses, it was 4 losses before, right?
Well, 3 in a row.
Oh, the 3 right, because we had our 9-game winning streak, and then we lost to the Hornets at home, which we should not have.
That was the one that annoyed me.
The Sacramento Kings played all over us.
They're a good team.
Mind you, they were a good team.
A great team,
you
maybe.
could see they were a great team. Mind you, we kept up with them.
And Brunson only played the first half.
We kept up with them. So what I am liking about this Knicks team right now is that we're not allowing these better teams to come in and walk all over us. We are able to hold our own. We are able to see the possibility of winning every game that we've played, actually.
Yes, indeed.
I'm not seeing a game where I'm like, there were times where in the fourth quarter, we were like, I'm going to switch to something else because I don't want to watch this team get, played.
Right. I mean, look, sometimes we get to the fourth quarter, it's a blowout already, right? But this team, as you said, they've been in every game this season. This team really, really competes. Doing it on the road without Brunson. This is big for these guys, for their confidence, this, that, the other. And talking about confidence, one guy yesterday steps up. And I know there's a lot of discourse about Mr. Rowan Barrett Jr. And there should be top 3 pick, high expectations. You've seen Randle and Brunson elevate their game to another stage of their career, and there's this nagging feeling amongst Knicks fans that RJ, when is this happening? He's not doing it, he's not getting the jump. But am I going to we'll talk about a bit about RJ and kind of what the fans think. I got something to show you.
Interject really quickly here. RJ is 22 years old.
22!
That's a year younger than my daughter. And I'm sure all of you guys go through this. When I watch these, and if you guys don't know, this is my son, and he's in his 30s. However, when we watch these guys play, I think probably all professional athletes, I easily add another 10 years. I have to double check myself and be like, oh, wait a minute, he's only 22, he's only 24. So all of our guys are pretty young.
Yep.
They're all young guys.
Young men. I would say, and I like to say that to remind people about the life outside of basketball, right?
Right.
Because to your point, Randle's on the court. Randle's a beast. Randle feels like, oh, this guy's like 38. But Randle's a 27, 28-year-old guy figuring out his life. But, sorry, continue.
And so there's a maturity level that comes with age, but there's also a maturity level that comes with playing a professional sport.
Yeah.
Because that's why I think we feel they're so much older, because they do carry themselves in a different way than a regular 22-year-old is going to carry themselves, right? So RJ, I know we want to talk about him. We go back and forth with him because he was our number 3 pick. We want to see this man do well. We really, really do. And what I noticed in the game yesterday is that when he starts off confident, it just builds and it builds and it builds. And he also is a guy, mind you, who even if he doesn't start off well, he doesn't just give up. He does keep trying. He is persistent and he does keep trying. So great effort by him last night. I'm sure he feels good too.
He needed that game.
Having that kind of game and showing what he can bring to the Knicks franchise. So that was a great game for him yesterday.
Yep.
Happy that he made that step, and so we just want to continue.
Listen, exactly. RJ's a rhythm guy. You've seen him, he starts the season slow, he gets into rhythm, he starts playing better. This year that happened, then he got injured. And I feel like this whole rhythm reset, I think this year has been dealing with trying to fit in with Brunson and Randle. Normally he's a second option. Yesterday he was a second option, so I think it was easier for him to operate. But in terms of his game specifically, and I love that you brought up that the confidence compounds. It improves, it gets better, it gets bigger. There's a jumper he hit, a 3-pointer at the buzzer of the shot clock that he hit yesterday. It was, I can't remember exactly what the play was, but it ended up being dished out to RJ, and he hits the 3. He had no time to think. But prior to that, he had gotten buckets in the paint. He was making layups. He was getting there using his body. He was showing off a lot of a skill set around the rim that he needs to thrive at this level.
Right.
You saw early in the game, Anthony Davis just spikes his shit into the stands.
Yes.
Right. RJ gets blocked all the time. We always see RJ go up to the rim, and he's not this elite athlete. Obviously, he's elite in the general sense.
Is he also not crazy forceful? Is that what it is?
No, he tries to be forceful. We've seen RJ try to posterize some players before, but he's kind of just like a rock. He's like a very solid rock, right? He's not springy. He's not like Obi. You can get up high.
He doesn't
he's not like Mitch.
Like that kind of
he's not limber.
Yeah,
Listen, this stuff is going back to the draft. We watch back the draft stuff when we talk about RJ. It was always that he's a kind of a stiff guy. He doesn't have that wiggle as an elite athlete.
Right.
Watch how quickly he moves on the court.
Yes.
Quickly zooping around. His arms are flat. He's doing this, that, and the other. RJ's just not that guy.
Right.
But you can thrive even if you're not that guy. You just gotta simplify your game. It's something I want to see more from RJ. Stop taking so many threes. Now I do understand that you get the open 3, you have to take it.
Right.
But sometimes you gotta take it to the bucket, take it to the cup. You saw yesterday him in and around the rim. He was abusing the smaller defenders. I love to see it. RJ can simplify his game if he just thinks about it more. He's only 22. Give him time still. I know a lot of people are upset about RJ, but it's good to see what we saw last night. It's not perfect. He still took a decent amount of shots to get there. But 30 points in a game where we need it on the road in LA, I was really happy about that. And if RJ, if that game yesterday, right? We saw he just looked good.
Yeah.
Wasn't even just how he scored, he just looked good.
Yes.
And RJ's finishing has improved a lot over the years. I know it's still not where it needs to be, but he's been always good at getting to the rim, and he's getting better and better at finishing.
Okay.
We got, 12 games left? RJ works himself into a rhythm. Now we get into the playoffs, and now we're getting the really good RJ for the playoffs, who's confident, feeling good about his shot. Brunson's going to come back. We'll talk about that as well. This Knicks franchise can do something in these playoffs. But before we pivot, to kind of, because I know there's a couple more players you want to talk about. Just last night, specifically, Hart to Hart.
Hart and Hartenstein. So let me tell you, Hartenstein, when he was playing, I think was a plus 25.
Okay, yeah.
Even though he had 0 points. And I watched
the Frank Ntilikina special.
11 rebounds, right? And he plays hard.
Yeah.
Him and Josh Hart, they both play with so much heart, pun intended. And it's great to see these guys that are able to give us so much on the court without not necessarily scoring points. And it shows you how valuable these players are. They left Hartenstein on and didn't bring Mitchell.
He was defending AD so well.
Because he was doing so well.
Yep,
he was doing so well. It was almost like he proved that, leave me out here because I'm the one making these plays. So he was great. He's there with the rebound. So is Hart as well. And Hart making those last 2 shots at the free throw line. When the LA fans, I mean, we were down to a few seconds. It was 18 seconds or something.
I don't know if you noticed. He was drafted by the Lakers.
I did not know
so
that.
That's weird.
I did not know that.
So listen, Josh Hart.
And
Julius Randle.
Right.
Kyle Kuzma. Lonzo Ball. And D'Angelo Russell.
That's the team right there.
D'Angelo Russell.
That's the team right there.
So obviously people always bring this up, right? They had to trade some of those guys, got the whole LeBron thing started, but D'Angelo Russell was killing us yesterday. All those guys were the Lakers.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny looking back, but yes, continue. With the fans in his face.
Yeah, with the fans in his face, clutch free throws when we were not making free throws all the time, right? And it's a free point, and we give up free throws a lot, and we allow these other teams. Sometimes the refs too. We allow these teams to get the better of us by giving them the free throws and fouling unnecessary fouls. So I think we do, as a team, have to play smarter basketball and not give away those types of points. And something that you've mentioned to me before, Tibbs has to be able to adjust during the game.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's not happening at all?
No. Tibbs is adjusting. But I will say this. I think it's been a criticism of Tibbs. Is that, does he adjust quick enough and is he inventive enough? Now, I love that you brought up what happened with Hartenstein.
Right.
I got 2 quick points on Isaiah and Josh.
Okay.
Isaiah, we had high hopes, had a great year as a backup for the Clippers, showing his passing range, some stretch 5 stuff. He was showing a lot of different skills last year. 2 years. He comes to the Knicks and his role is a little bit different. Yes, he's still the backup center, but we didn't want him necessarily for his passing, his shooting. It was kind of more of like, we wanted someone who's going to defend and do the dirty work.
Right.
And it took him a little while, and he was playing hard. It was not like he was not playing hard. but he's really figured it out now, and it feels like he's just a magnet to the ball, right? You feel like there's a rebound, he's right in the right place. Right. Yesterday, his defense on AD down the stretch, you keeping Mitch on the bench is not easy, right? And he did really well on AD. He made some clutch steals, he got some clutch blocks, he got some defense in there. I was really happy with Hartenstein and really happy overall with how he started slowly, kind of developed into a different player this season than necessarily his full skill set. And now that he's kind of fully integrated, and Mitch's injury, I think, had a little role to play here because he got to play more consistently. Now you're not just seeing the defense that we said yesterday. You saw a little bit of the passing, and you're getting to see more of his whole
diving on the floor.
You love it. And then on Josh Hart, this guy has brought so much to this team. It is difficult to put into words what he's doing because every game, whatever needs to be done, he's doing it. He's the handyman. He's making sure it happens. And one thing with Josh Hart that I actually do want to say is I think he needs to shoot more.
Okay.
I love that he's deferred. He's come here. He's moved the ball. He's not trying to come here and be like, oh, I'm gonna hop up and be this option. He's he's known he's coming to a team that's doing well mid-season.
Right.
So he's really just trying to fit in, get in where he fits in.
Right.
But I'll tell you this, Josh Hart didn't score a lot early and then hit a couple threes when we needed them. And I need Josh Hart. First game, 27.
Right.
Yeah.
His first game,
he can do it.
So he can't. So what I was gonna say is with his first game, he did score
like
that. And we were like, oh, wait a minute, we got another scorer. So you're right. I think he does need to score more or be allowed to score more.
I think
he can give us those few points. Because all of these games that we lost, we didn't really lose by like a lot.
Nope. I mean,
outside of the Clippers game,
and even the Clippers game, it was just late.
It was
like
late.
We was tight the whole way, and late. Yeah. Just kind of pulled away. They got Kawhi. Without Brunson, they're not going to compete in those games. But Hart, huge impact off the bench. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about RJ.
Okay.
I got a question for you. Don't look at the poll. It's on the screen. You guys can see the poll.
I can't see. I haven't have my glasses on.
I asked this yesterday to Knicks Twitter to kind of see where and this is before the game.
Okay.
So where do Knicks fans stand on RJ Barrett at the moment? One, give you 4 options.
Okay.
Only 22, but I'm a little worried. I didn't say a little, but worried.
Okay.
Only 22, but worried.
No, so no for that
one. But don't say. Hear the whole thing first.
Hear
the whole thing first. 2, lost cause. Trade him this summer.
Ooh.
Before his value gets worse.
That's pretty harsh. Go ahead.
3, give him one more season, and if next year, 22, 23-year-old season, after all this kind of like getting used to the team, this idea, if he doesn't next year show, he doesn't have to be a star, but he doesn't show a next step, then 4, I'm not worried at all. I got full faith. This is just part of the process. He's gonna get there. Now, before you answer that, I was like before. Someone in the comments mentioned that it should have been a 5th option.
Okay.
I'm gonna offer that to you. The 5th option is he says it right here is that he'll be a solid player, but not what the fans hope for.
Oh, so I was gonna go with option 4 or 3, I think, from what you said, which was basically give him another year.
Right.
Let him. He's with this team now. The team's changed a little bit. We got Brunson in. We got Hart in. We got Hartenstein. Some of the guys have to go. Obviously, that are just sitting on the bench, being very expensive cheerleaders. We'll talk about that. So give him another year to like get kind of get more in groove with these guys, and also that other year to let him improve, build his confidence, let him get in the playoffs, let him score some points in the playoffs. He's supposed to be that guy, so I want to see him improve. So that's why I'm leaning towards 3, because I want to see him improve and I want to see him be that guy.
I'm generally there, so let me tell you where the Knicks fans voted. Number 1, only 22, but worried 47.8%.
Oh wow!
Right?
Wow.
We had 580 votes, so thank you for everyone. Follow me on Twitter at NYK Terry. I represent the brand, so sorry. She's not on Twitter. My mom's not on Twitter. All right. Number 2, lost cause trade ASAP. Had 19.5%.
Okay.
Right? Give him next season had 17.6%, and no worries full faith had 15%. So the last 3 options are pretty close.
So the first option was what?
Only 22 but worried, which I think is kind of where most of the fan base is.
Right.
But I'm not worried per se. I think I'm more along the lines of
give him another year.
Give him another year.
Right.
He's only 22. I don't need RJ to be a superstar anymore. But
he needs to be a solid player.
Right. He needs to be the good RJ. That's all it is. He needs to be the good RJ 95% of the time.
Right.
So jury's out. But listen, we love RJ Barrett. When his buckets mean more to me. When RJ's playing well, not me wrong, regardless. When RJ's playing well, I want to see this kid be our captain, be here for 15 years. lead the franchise, does not need to be the best player, but he needs to be more efficient, get to the rim, keep his game simple, and keep his defense up, not let his struggles on the offensive end hurt his defense. That's one thing I think he can learn from Josh Hart.
Oh,
Josh Hart, no matter what,
right. He still can play that defense.
plays good damn basketball.
Right.
Josh Hart plays good damn basketball. RJ, I know you have it in you. So let's get it done. Now, another problem guy. Not a problem guy. It's not a problem. You know what I mean, though. Let's talk about Mr. Julius Randle. And let's react to what happened against the Clippers. Any thoughts before we play this?
Yes, I do have thoughts. Julius Randle is like the Incredible Hulk. And when he gets angry, he turns green. And he's allowing all these other teams to see his colors. And I mean that, you guys understand what I mean by that analogy, right? Basically, yes, you're the best player on the team. Yes, you are going to get double teamed. Yes, you're going to get foul calls. After who?
Oh, you mean when we're playing these games right now? I'm saying Brunson.
Yeah. Oh, well, even that. He is supposed to be the best player on the team. He is supposed to give us the most points, right? He's the big guy. He's the angry guy. Use that anger not against your own team. That's crazy to be doing that against your own team and your fellow staff members. You use that anger and go play out on the court and play some bully ball against the other team. You are allowing the other team to see how they can get under your skin. And that is really bad because now they're going to know how to pull your card. They're going to get him ejected out of a game.
In the play, and do you think it's going to happen in the playoffs?
Yes.
Let me ask you.
Yes, I do.
Over, under. One is the option. One. Is Randle getting kicked out of less than one or one game in the playoffs?
I could see him getting kicked out of one game. If he doesn't get his temper under control, I could see him allowing the refs, allowing the other players, allowing whatever play that he thinks was not called. I can see him allowing that to affect him to the point where he's going to get a technical foul and get kicked out.
Too technical.
We cannot afford that.
Let's see.
We cannot afford that.
Let's see.
And with this all the time.
Yeah, well, look, that's frustration. They know what they're doing, like you said.
3 for 19.
Now, I'm glad they brought that up. At this point, it's 3 for 19.
Right.
A horrible game.
Right.
So it's not just the frustration of the game; it's his own performance.
Right.
On top of that, he's tired. He mentioned it right after the Boston game. He let it leak a little bit. He said, I don't know. He said something along the lines of, I don't know about this load management stuff, but I'm starting to get it. Or not that he's with load management, but he understands it.
He understands why people do it, right?
In a sense, because I think he started to feel tired. So I think this 3-day break they're gonna have this week when they get back to New York is gonna be huge for him.
Yeah, if he meditates.
He will.
During the 3 days.
I'm gonna give you my thoughts on Randle after we.
Look.
I know this can't happen. I think he told that coach, "Don't put your effing hands on me." All right? I don't know. I heard rumors. And now he's still cussing. I'm not sure. You guys gotta let me know in the comments. It's the same guy with the laptop last year.
Oh no.
He's still fired up.
He definitely said it there. Don't put your hands on me. Look at his mouth. So Julius Randle, let me offer a couple points. I agree with you fully, right? In the perfect world, this never happens. I don't know if Randle can be Randle if he's not also that Randle. Like, I think he's like Two-Face or Jekyll and Hyde, where the good Randle that's so confident
needs to exist with the bad
one. I think what you want to do in that case is mitigate the bad Randle as much as possible.
Right.
And I think what happens is Brunson himself has been the antidote
to be able to do
to the bad. No, I'm being real. When Randle's going, Brunson is just if every possession Brunson is getting a bucket, Randle's not in a physical thing, he's not building up to a certain point, right? Let's just imagine Randle's building up to a pressure cooker level and then he explodes.
Right. Brunson
is not letting it get that far because of his play, maybe because sometimes of his conversations with him.
Right.
Or Brunson just taking on some of that load. I think Randle, his struggles with New York that he's had great seasons, up and down seasons. It's always kind of been maybe when too much was put on him alone. And it's you have to do this.
So he needs to share the burden.
He
needs Brunson to share the burden with him. The thing is, when you get angry, how on earth are you going to be angry with your own teammates? Like, they were not the ones that did anything to you.
Yep.
I can actually understand his anger towards the ref. To be honest, if he got a technical or double technical because he was yelling at the ref, because he was angry at the ref, I would you shouldn't do that anyway, that's stupid, but I would understand that anger going towards the ref more, or the anger going towards a player on the opposing team. I do not understand the anger amongst your own staff and your own people that are only rooting for you.
Yeah, that's the thing, we're all in this corner. I will say this, because I don't want to, this was unfortunately a bad blow-up.
Right.
But I want to isolate this incident to a degree, simply because Randle has made clear steps. When you improve in life, it doesn't happen just like that. There's progress is not linear. You improve a little bit, then you backslide a little bit. But the thing is, when you backslide, you hopefully don't backslide all the way back.
Sounds like Alcoholics Anonymous. Sounds like, you stop drinking.
Don't put it on me, I don't drink.
No, not you. I
do drink, but hardly ever.
I'm just saying in general it has that kind of
I feel you. But
that's enough on Randle, because here's the thing. We love Randle, we love when he's great. All I would say is that I want him to direct that energy back on the court. Be mean on the court, play bully ball on the court, and take that frustration and anger out with the ball and the court and the game. Let
me give him a little bit, last thing on Randle, to give him a little bit of credit. That game happens against the Clippers. Last night comes out against his former team, the Lakers. Doesn't have a great second half, but that first half, and you could see he was angry because he was going to the rim. He was that anger was there, but he channeled it brilliantly. He channeled it into his energy going to the rim. I do really think a lot of the stuff going on with him has to do with some of that mental and physical exhaustion right now. A road trip late in the season out west is tough.
Yep.
Like you're dealing with the playoffs, and then you gotta go west and do this other thing. You know what I mean? So I get it. Brunson hopefully back soon. We can refocus on. Alright, so we're wrapping up with just some talk about where the Knicks are. We are playing Portland tomorrow night, the potential Cam Reddish revenge game. Everybody on Twitter has been going crazy about Cam Reddish. I understand that Cam Reddish's skill set, there's so much you can do there. It could have been good if it worked out, but we would not have Josh Hart if we had Cam Reddish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking at it like that. Cam Reddish, good for him. I'm glad he's getting to play. We got to focus on the Knicks that are here now. Portland, then we get back here. We got 3 days off, like we mentioned. Then we play Denver and Jokic, number 1 team out west.
On Saturday afternoon.
That could be difficult. But things are shaping up. We got 12 games left. The Nets and the Knicks are tied. It'll be interesting to see if we can get to 5 again. I think we should be able to, but it'll be interesting to see. I think the last 4 games we should win.
Right.
They're 4 fairly easy games to end the season. But how are you feeling? How are you feeling in general right now? I know you're always nervous.
I am feeling nervous because I don't want. We're at position 6. I'm like, that means we can go to 7 real easy, and I don't know if I can handle. I don't know if I can handle us being in that play-in game because it seems so nerve-wracking. It's a one and done.
No
and
game.
I don't want to deal with that.
Nah, we passed it.
To me, I feel like last week I was feeling very secure. Last week, I was so happy last week. I said, we're going to get down to position number 3.
You said 3! You did!
I said, we're going to get to 3 and we're going to play against the Nets in the first round in the Subway Series. Now, I'm feeling a little nervous. Now, I will say this. We went on that road trip. Well, we're still out there.
One more. We got to get there, but we have to win tomorrow.
One more game against Portland. So, I think for the road trip, I was saying 50%, right? Like, we'll win 3, we'll lose 3. So
well, it was 4 games. So right now, right? It's for some reason in my head I always thought it was 5, but it's really 4.
Okay.
Right. The Kings.
Right.
The Clippers, Lakers, Trailblazers. Right. So we lost to the Kings and Clippers.
So we need to win the next 2.
We beat the Lakers, and we gotta take care of business.
So once we win the next 2, I think I'll feel a little bit more confident.
Right.
It's not that I'm not feeling confident about the team. It's a game, and you can win with 1 point. You can win with 1 point. You could have. A nice 10-point lead with 2 minutes left, and the whole game can change around. That 3-point play has changed the game.
3-point shooting, right? Yeah.
3-point shooting and getting to the free throw line. It's so easy to get points.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to lose points. I mean, I've watched how many times have we seen the ball go in and out? How many times have we seen the ball go around the rim? How many times have we seen good shots go up and they don't go in the basket? So it's sometimes, I know it's not a game of luck or chance, but sometimes it feels that way. And so because of that, I am like, oh my goodness.
You know what that's called? What? Being a good team and actually having stakes. That's really what it is.
So
you're more scared because we're good. So now we're good. You're not worried now about, oh my God, Frank scored 2 points again. What's gonna happen? Now it's like, hey, look, we're good. If we lose, maybe we're lucky, but we're good.
Yeah.
We're right there, guys. I'm telling you, this is I'm really, really proud of this franchise as a whole. It's not been pretty. We're in a good spot, and we're set up as a franchise to have an excellent 2020s. as a decade. Right? Let me just break down. We're going to end this. I'm going to talk about the games to come. So we got Portland on Tuesday.
Right.
Come back home. We got 3 days off. We play at the Garden on Saturday against the Denver Nuggets.
Right.
Next week, Monday, we play Minnesota. Very good team still. Anything can happen there. Then we head over to Florida. We got back-to-back.
Play the Heat twice.
No, the Heat and Orlando.
Oh.
So a couple of things. I love the fact that when they get back to New York on the 15th
we don't go back
of
to the
March,
West Coast again.
we don't go anywhere until the 21st.
Okay, and
so 6 days I'm going to Florida.
Okay.
Florida's a good trip.
Yeah.
A couple hours, not that long,
Yeah.
right? Back-to-back games in Florida. And here's the cool thing about Florida. Those guys are going to try to stay the weekend, I bet. Because we're playing to Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay.
We have no game Friday, no game Saturday,
That's
no
going to
game
be up
Sunday.
to Tibbs. That's going to be up to Tibbs.
Regardless.
Those guys wanted to stay. Tibbs is going to make sure that they get back in the gym.
But they're going to be able to relax, right? A little bit spaced out. Only 3 games next week.
Right.
Love it. After that, they got the Rockets at home next week Monday. I mean, not next week Monday. 2 Mondays from now.
Right.
That's easy.
Right.
That should be a blowout. The Rockets are one of the worst teams in the league.
Okay.
We got the Heat at home.
Right.
But we're home.
Yes.
I'm feeling pretty good about that too.
Okay.
Right. We got the Cavs away to end the month, which is crazy because that could be preview of the matchup.
Right.
We will see. That's a tough one. I'm kind of marking that one down as a potential loss, but we'll see. Also, remember,
And
Brunson's coming back at some point
Right.
in this, so you'll see.
And then the Pacers.
And then exactly. So we finish the season with this: the Wizards, the Pacers, the Pelicans, and the Pacers again. I think we gotta finish the season. I think we can finish the season 4-0. Based on what I did with with wins and losses, I come up with us winning 49 games, one short of 50. But as always, Knicks fans, we'll see. We'll see. Let's get the win tomorrow night. I'm okay with the road trip so far. It's tough without Brunson, and they're really fighting. They're in every game.
Yeah.
In every game.
Yeah. I mean, Brunson's getting to do. I mean, he's actually injured, but he's getting to do a little load management. Which I'm going to talk about real quick because I'm watching all of these other star players that are legitimately injured. I get it. But Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, the king of load management, they've got to rest. Julius Randle has not. He has played every single game. And I almost want him to be able to get some rest so that he can be at his full potential for the playoffs. But we'll see what happens.
Maybe when Brunson comes back, they can figure something out. Give Randall a game off.
Can Randall hurt his little finger?
You didn't do that. You just say fatigue. You figure it out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace. Go Knicks. Let's keep it going.